Hello everyone and welcome back to Box Gaming's coverage of the Apex Racing League Season 7 Split 1. I am of course Justin.
And I'm Mikko.
And today we'll be covering the second race of the season. It is at Monaco. And as you can see here we are in qualifying and it's saying an 80% chance of rain. There's 13 cars on track. We were expecting 14, but I guess someone missed out. I don't remember exactly what happened, but 13 cars on track, so pretty much a full grid.
Yeah, 2 cars ahead of the race. They announced that they won't be racing, and I think Romian didn't show up. Was that the case?
Yeah. So that means the worst I could do is 13th. So I just need to make up 3 positions to get into the points. But it is dry at the moment. It is threatening to rain. Like we said, it's at 80% chance of rain. But it's not raining yet. It's definitely dry conditions, and it's not even spitting yet or anything. And you can see the mad dash to get out to the track to try and get a lap time in before it starts raining. Yeah. And everybody's just coming out at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of strategy you planned on here at the start, but I took 5 laps of fuel to, if it did start raining, then I had at least 2 chances of getting a lap.
Gotcha. No, I just went out with the 3 laps of fuel, or I think 4 for Monaco for some reason, because I wasn't getting back to the pits with 3 laps.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just trying to put a lap in. I mean, qualifying at Monaco is even worse than my race pace at Monaco, so I wasn't super confident anyway. So here we are, the side-by-side comparison of the qualifying. And we can see that your time is much better than mine.
Yeah.
Going into the first corner, you definitely carried a little bit more speed, came very close to that barrier, but got away with it. And interestingly enough, your best time right now is a 111.111.
Yeah. Interesting. I did the exact same time in practice, so I don't know why that is. Yeah.
So coming around the hairpin, probably only a few tenths separating us at this point, maybe 3 or 4 tenths.
Yeah, actually, I think you carried a little bit more speed through those couple of corners, but maybe a few tenths only at this point.
I turned in a little too early for that corner before the tunnel, which lost me a little bit of time. And you're much more aggressive through that chicane. This is the first time I'm seeing this, but I'm gonna have to rewatch that later on to try and learn some tricks. And again, through that chicane as well. What roll bars were you using? Were you using 1111?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, yeah, I was using 111 at the suggestion of Alex Gillen, and I knew he wasn't messing with me. He was actually using 111, and I'm not sure I don't think it worked out for my driving style, so I maybe should have done some further testing, tried to do 1111. Maybe I could have eked out a few tenths that way.
Yeah, of course, with 1111 you get better turn in, but less mid-corner grip, so I think it just suited my driving style more to get a good turn in and nail those fast corners.
So I wasn't last in qualifying though. I just barely eked out Barcelona, but I think his time might have even been on the primes possibly. So I think it's actually possible that I was in fact the slowest in qualifying. It's comfortably a 2-stop race. I did try. I did some testing before the race last week. I did some testing to see if it was possible to do a 1-stop, and it is. I mean, it's possible theoretically. I mean, you could get around all 39 laps just stopping once, but you just lose way too much time. It's not feasible or doable as far as a race is concerned.
Yeah, and in qualifying, Onage, he disconnected while in the middle of the qualifying, so he got back to the session, so he's starting last, but he was comfortably on pole.
Yeah, I don't remember by how much he was up on Alex Gillen, but yeah, he was comfortably on pole, and then, yeah, like you said, he got disconnected. and that sends him to the back of the grid, so he's actually starting behind me. I told him before the race, and it sounded like I was joking, but I really wasn't. I told him before the race, I will not fight you when you're passing me, because for me to fight Onage at Monaco is just pointless. Any other track, really, and I will give him a hard time if possible.
Yeah.
So here we are. Lights out, and Alex Gillen is ahead of you, and it looks like you got a nice start on Ryden. Oh, he's coming up the inside, though. Oh, and Alex had some contact with the wall there. That wasn't a great first corner for Alex.
Yeah, and he was really slow off the corner, so I just slammed to the back of him, trying to get him out of the way or get him going, but that allowed Raiden to pass me on the outside.
Yeah, yeah, and then you got Granu just behind. Granu's been very quick this season, and everyone's on the options. I don't think anybody started on the primes, at least not at the back. I remember sitting on the grid and looking back at people to see if anyone behind me was starting on the primes, and no one was. And you're going side by side with Ryden into the chicane, and he's gonna hang on to that position.
Just no room going side by side through the chicane.
Nope, no, not at all. And coming through the swimming pool now, and he takes a little bit of a cut. You are allowed to do some cuts before people start getting too upset about seeing any corner cuts. So here we're going to see the start from my point of view. So I've got Barcelona just to my right there, who's passing me now, and then here comes Onage, and there goes Onage. So now I'm down in.
Wow,
yeah, a lot of contact going on. Yeah, and you can see I let off the gas. I probably should have just gone to the right and tried to pass Riot Box right then and there. But in the end, I think it was a good thing that I wasn't too aggressive on this opening lap. I mean, I was slow enough as it is. I didn't need to make things worse by getting into any incidents or anything. Yeah. So you can see I'm just kind of watching these guys battle it out. I'm staying with them, but I'm not really looking to try and make this 3 wide in Monaco, because that's certainly not going to work for anybody. I mean, it's just going to end in tears. And more contact. And yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get around the track at this point. You know, I just want to complete lap 1.
And you don't have much to lose at this point, only Hussein Kadwa behind you at this point.
Right, right. And I mean, honestly, he's probably faster than me. I can tell you right now, in hindsight, you guys will probably be seeing, well, depending on how much of my point of view we see, anytime you see me with Hussein, there's a lot of lag issues and stuff like that, so I'm being extra cautious around him as well for that reason. So. But staying closely with these two so far, so I'm not too massively off the pace just yet. Starting lap 2 now, though, and it looks like Ryden had a little incident with the wall there at the top of the hill, and another incident with the wall at the next corner. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to be very careful not to get tangled.
Yep.
Through the hairpin. It seems to have pretty good pace, but just I think he just keeps hitting the walls from time to time.
Yeah, a little scruffy. He maybe spent too much time practicing quali pace and not so much race pace. Because yeah, he seems very quick, but yeah, he's bumping and nudging things and whatnot. Now you practiced a lot for this race, didn't you?
Yeah, as I hit the wall there. Yeah, I kind of maybe a bit of over practiced for this race. Considering it's just one race and it's so different from all the others.
Right.
Yeah, just finishing lap 2 now.
DRS about to be activated.
Yeah.
Not like that's gonna mean lots for the race.
Yeah.
Oh, and some more contact.
Ryden hits the wall, and I go on the inside, using half of my curves, and that is passed down.
You got the Yep, you got the inside line for this corner here, so even if you had tried to go alongside you would have eked out that position, I think. And let's see, 3 seconds to Alex Gillen up ahead, who I do believe he won Monaco last season and the season before. I think he won Monaco for season 5 and 6.
Yeah, I think so too.
So yeah, he's certainly comfortable at this track. Using the rest of your curves going through the tunnel, a little bit of rich mix as well. What were you doing for fuel setup? Were you doing an aggressive fuel setup, cautious, normal?
I was going normal, but actually this this track seems to be pretty bad for fuel saving, so not a lot of chances to even use rich mix anywhere actually.
Yeah. It's hard to find places to use either of the alternate mixes, really, rich or lean. Really, the like this is one of the few places you could use rich mix, and then I would say at the hairpin is one of the few places that you could use lean.
Yeah.
You could probably use some rich mix going up this hill as well, but I mean you're barely getting into 6th gear before you're braking for the next turn.
Yes, Onage does 1:13.3. Over a second faster than me.
He's on a mission, though, clearly.
Yeah, he's coming through the field, and I don't know when. He might catch me at some point, but we'll see.
And that car that's all by his lonesome in Sector 3 right now, that's, I believe, Romian? Or, I'm sorry, let me see. Riot Box. That's Riot Box. I believe that's Riot Box. Yeah, he had. He pulled a Massa on turn 1. He actually that happened right in front of me. I remember. He had a little incident and he tried to go left at the turn to try and protect his front wing, and there just wasn't enough room, and he ended up losing his entire front wing, having to do an entire lap without a front wing, and then pitting. And so here we are, lap 10, and. I imagine we'll be.
I've actually closed down Alex maybe a second or something. So
yeah, about a whole second.
About now, and Onage has come through the pack, so the gap is 7.8. So pretty comfortable.
Yeah, you got a nice gap. I mean, there's 29 laps left, so there's still lots that can be done. And there is a chance of rain for this race. I know we mentioned the chance of rain for qualifying, which actually I don't think ever came. It said 80% chance of rain for qualifying, and it was dry the whole 15 minutes.
It looked like it could rain just on the first 5 minutes, but then it actually got clearer, and I think the track even got faster.
Yeah. But there is a chance of rain for this race as well. And so you are pitting this lap. Yep. Here you are coming into the pits. Alex is staying out, so he's probably going to be pitting on lap 11. And you're going onto the prime tires, as most people are going to be, I would imagine.
Yeah, because of the chance of rain, you want to extend this stint as long as you can.
Absolutely.
Trying to save tires if the rain comes late, and giving more options till the end.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't want the rain to start when you're on really worn tires, because it's just going to make it that much harder.
Yep.
Especially if you end up having to pit early, and then you overcook the inters, and then you have trouble on those as well. So yeah, definitely the right call, I think.
That's something we really saw in Spain in the last race as well.
Yeah,
people going in the
for
inters
sure.
Too early.
Yeah, definitely. So 21 seconds behind Alex now, but that's with the pit stop, of course. So hopefully you can undercut him a little bit, maybe close down that 2.5 second gap by pitting that one lap earlier. He's definitely going to be struggling for tires. I mean, he's on the super softs. He's on lap 11, and he qualified on those tires as well. So he's definitely going to be hurting at the moment, as Granu does a 13.0.
Yeah, and I think Granu, he did lose his front wing when Onage was trying to pass him, so I think he just made many mistakes, so he's dropped back for at least one extra pit stop.
Gotcha. Oh, man. And there's Alex coming out of the pits right now. And it says 4.8 right now, but that's not 100% accurate. So we're going to have to wait for the next split time to see exactly where we are. And look, I'm in 4th. I was in 4th for a second. There I am, pitting from 4th place. I did 11 laps on the first stint, and I should be pitting for the primes. I believe I am. Nope, I'm pitting for the option. And I'm replacing a wing as well. Oh, that's right. I got hit by someone. I think it was Hussein or Chicane. someone with an Ain at the end of their name hit me and pushed me, but it wasn't a big deal. I think it was on lap 11, and I did, and there, I think is that Hussein?
Yeah, I think it is.
There, I think it is. So yeah, there you could see the lag issues that I was having with him. Yeah, it's even. It felt like it was even worse here at Monaco. But yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I wasn't so sure that the rain was going to come anymore. You know, so I figured just race by race as planned, especially because it said 80% chance of rain for the qualifying, and then that just never happened. So yeah. I think I was just a little bit skeptical, maybe. So I am pretty much in last. Riotbox is behind me at the moment, but he had that incident where he lost his entire wing, so he's actually about to be lapped if he hasn't already been lapped. So like I said, I'm essentially in last. Hussein jumped me in the pits. He pit on lap 10 or 11, or excuse me, he pit on lap 10, I pit on lap 11, and he was able to undercut me. I think he's actually on the primes, like a lot of these smart people would have been.
Yeah, but you're keeping up with him pretty nicely.
Oh!
It was a bit like ugly.
A little barrier tap there.
Yeah. Well, that's Monaco for you.
So okay, there's Riotbox actually getting lapped, so he hadn't been lapped yet. But big skip now onto lap 24, and you are lapping Raiden right now.
Yeah, and I think he's on the inters as well already.
Yeah,
so.
he pit early for the inters, so yeah, he's clearly struggling right now. But yeah, I'm surprised you were able to get by him there. That's probably the hardest part of the track to deal with blue flags, is just before and after that hairpin.
Yeah, but it gave plenty of room and.
Oh yeah, great job from him, because I mean that's a tough place to do that. And wow, I can't believe you slowed that down. What was your brake bias for this race? So what were you running for the brake bias?
51 high small.
Okay.
But okay. I braked a little early and never went 100% on the brake to that corner. Okay. So coming I imagine. Pits,
yeah, this is for the inters. I would as you select the inters. Pitting from second place, and it looks like Alex has stayed out.
Yeah, and you can see Onage coming in right behind me, but I think he, on this lap, on lap 24, I think he tapped the wall a little bit, so he lost out a wing replacement time. So maybe he was right on me, maybe 1 second behind or 2 seconds behind. So now I think he's about 3.5 behind me, so okay. That just eased off the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, and then allowed you to just kind of focus on this lap. Yeah. As we said, Alex is still out there on the primes at the moment. I believe I remember actually after the race he was saying that he made the decision to stay out and then almost immediately regretted it.
Yeah.
As I'm pitting from 9th place, I was able to make it all the way to lap 24 with that set of the super softs though, at least.
Yeah, 13 laps. That's a nice job.
Yeah. I did have. I think I had a little bit more of a tire saving setup than you. So that was beneficial at least, but unfortunately I am going to be coming out in 11th place, just outside of the points at the moment, with only 14 laps left to go, or 15 laps left to go, including this one. And Raiden is just behind me. It says 2.2, it might even be less than that. He's very close, you can see him on the mini-map. And there's actually a large group of cars just ahead of me. Looks like 3 cars just went through the hairpin, and then there's 2 cars ahead of that. So I'm not too far away from people at this point. Oh, we get some wing bits. Good thing this isn't real F1. That would have been a puncture for sure.
Yeah, coming to the harbor chicane, just getting it slowed down. And
very nice.
Let's see the gap to Alex and Onage. That's the main battle here, and as you can see, a bit of overheating going on with the tires, at least the fronts.
Ooh, only 20.5 seconds away from Alex, and
yeah, we'll see if that.
It's about 20-second pit stop, so That should make things pretty interesting at the exit here. Let's see. He is moving out of the pits. There he is, and you're going around him. And slowing down to second gear, and you are ahead, coming out in first place after Alex pits, and started lap 27 now, so there's 13 laps left, including this one.
Yellow flags, someone's hit the wall. A
Yep,
couple of wing bits.
Some wing bits, yep. Lots of wing bits all over the track, actually.
Yeah, not surprising.
Several different turns. There's riot box for tires.
That hairpin seems to be a slow corner for me. I don't know if my setup, actually it might be. And I think that is Captain Raiden, or ACR Raiden, like he is called nowadays. And Alex is right on my tail.
Yeah, he is right there. He really wants to make this 3 for 3 at Monaco for sure. He is looking to keep that record going. And yeah, you know, during the hairpin, specifically on the inters, I was noticing I was having a really hard time with it. It felt like it could not get around the corner on the inters.
Yeah. And I think it's part of the brakes as well. I don't know. I tried in practice. I tried high normal brakes, and those were much better in coming to the hairpin. So I think the high small, you're just going a little bit deep into that corner if you're going full out in this corner. And Alex is right on my tail now.
Alex went right past Raiden at the exact same moment you did, so no help from Raiden there. Yep, a little bump. He's just kind of he's encouraging you. It's a bump of encouragement. He's telling you you're doing a good job.
Yeah, glad to have the arrows not on my tail at the middle of the tunnel, so I know I have the corner now. And just short shifting through these traction areas, trying to preserve the rear tires.
Yeah, it seems like you actually have better traction coming out of that chicane than him. It seemed like you pulled a gap on him.
Yeah, but the gap in reality is staying pretty much the same.
Yeah, any gap you pulled out there was certainly closed back down shortly after. And he is right on you.
Going on the inside.
Oh gosh.
Leaving a room.
Oh gosh. Oh wow, a very, very great driving from the both of you. And was that Onage behind?
Yeah, he is right on us.
Oh my gosh. So with 11 laps remaining, and it's wet in Monaco, and you are being hounded by Onage and Alex. Not just one or the other, but both of them. And that dang hairpin.
That is probably the toughest challenge you can face in our league.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably in all of PC F1 2013 racing. And coming out of the tunnel now, and I got another couple of slow cars. Oh, I see a Sauber up ahead.
Yeah.
Probably the one part of the race where I was ahead of you.
Yeah. Coming through.
And that's Hussein. So I'm still battling with Hussein Kadwa.
Yeah. We'll see how we get room.
He's going to be getting the black flag right now. Or, I mean, not the black flag, the blue flag. Hopefully not the black flag, that'd be mean.
Yeah.
And again, Alex probably just going to go right by him. And Onage too, I would imagine. And I had no idea you were coming up behind me. I'm going to be honest. I had no idea what was going on behind me. I was 100% focused on what was going on ahead of me, just with the rain and everything that's going on. And right about here is when I get the blue flag thing, so I'm like, all right, I'm just going to stay to the left here. So I let you go, and then I thought that car, the second car, I figured that was Hussein. So I was like, no, don't, he's passing me. So I tried to like cut him off, but I saw it was Alex, and then I got another blue flag, which I didn't realize Onage was there. Yeah, it's Onage. I'm trying desperately to get out of his way. I slowed him down significantly for sure. It was not intentional, and I did my best to get out of his way, but it definitely could have gone better. But it's going to be helpful for you and Alex. More so for Alex though, because now that Onage is not directly behind Alex, that's going to free up Alex to. Oh God. And actually, yeah, I've already lost both of my side end plates at this point in the race.
Okay.
You can see normally when you look next to the two front wheels, you can see the end plates. If you look on yours now, you can see them. On mine, both of those end plates are gone. So I'm losing significant amounts of performance from losing both of those. And I believe I lost both of them on the first lap of this inter stint. So not great.
Starting lap 32, pretty stressful. Nailed these corners.
Yeah, I can imagine.
By the way. And keeping a reasonable gap right now, but he's right on me, not giving me any room to breathe.
This would be extremely stressful in the dry. Never mind the wet. I mean, how much wet practice did you do for this?
None.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just making it that much harder. As you're actually at -1 at the moment.
And a break too late and cut the corner. I just felt like I need to let Alex pass because I cut that corner. So and my rear tires were that was kind of a
pretty generous.
Yeah,
pretty generous.
That was pretty generous.
But yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from. With 7 laps left and Alex hounding you like that, it's looking like bad things could happen as a result of battling too much. I conceded some positions at points during this race as well. Sometimes, especially at the time when you're racing, sometimes that just feels like the way to go. You can't score points if you don't finish the race. Well, generally anyway.
Yeah, and you can say the rear tires already being pretty worn, not too worn, but pretty worn.
Yeah, I would say with these wet tires, even when it's yellow, that's the equivalent of having like red normal tires.
Yeah.
Like yellow wet tires are just they're incredibly difficult to deal with, and I would imagine you're probably going to be. I think you guys are probably going to be pitting pretty soon, right? You're not going till the end like this, are you?
I would think Alex at least is going all the way because he pit on lap 26, so he's got 2 laps fresher than mine. Come to Tabak and there we go.
Oh wow! Sorry, I got a hiccup. Wow, holy cow! So yeah, you you pulled a Justin and lost both end plates. But you decide to pit to replace the wing and put on some fresh inserts.
Yeah, I thought that was the best.
You have a pretty big gap to Amstel, right?
Yeah, I didn't know the gap to Amstel, but after Onich got passed, I thought it said something like 30 seconds or something, so I have plenty of gap behind. So
that's right, these are lapped cars that are going by you on the straight right now. In fact, I think that's me that just went by you.
Yeah, probably.
So I think you're about to lap me for a second time. Here we go, skip ahead to the final lap. Almost over. Still running very comfortably in third, 19 seconds behind Onage, but 18 seconds ahead of Amstel. So, I mean, you are just really lonely out there at the moment.
Yeah, comfortable gap too. Amstel really cruising at this point. Just trying not to make any mistakes.
As Raiden loses connection, I was gonna say he was in 11th at the time when he lost connection, so that gives me 11th position at this point in the race. You can take 11th. Yeah, so you can hear me. I'm telling him he could just take 11th. He was clearly the faster car. He was probably 5 or 6 seconds up the road on me at that point. So I was gonna give it to him, but talking to him afterwards, actually, he told me that he also had a 10-second time penalty. So I likely still would have finished in 11th even if he had not disconnected. So I can feel good about that at least. But we're coming to the end of this lap, finally. And the one thing I didn't want was rain at Monaco, and that's of course what we got.
Come to the last corner, and I did really not expect this to be this competitive.
Hey, I mean, we needed it. I mean, we all knew that I was not going to do wonderfully at this race. Consistency was my whole thing, and that's kind of why I was being so cautious on the first lap as well. I figured there would be some DNFs, some disconnections, some crashes, some people having to pit in extra time, stuff like that. So my focus with this race was literally just trying to not do that. I was trying not to do that. I was trying to just keep it on the road, keep it on the black stuff, and keep it out of the barriers, and see if maybe I could sneak some points that way. But in the end, I could not. It's a podium for you, though. First podium in Split 1 for Box. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
And 15 points that we desperately needed as well. So good race. Alex wins, Onage second. And, well, that's an interesting helmet.
Yeah, that's actually, I think, Guido Vandergaard's helmet.
Oh, okay,
Maybe.
okay. I was going to say, it's kind of Christmassy with the green helmet and the red Ferrari jumpsuit.
Yeah. And,
so, in the end, Alex first, Onage second, Miko third, Amstel fourth, Barcelona fifth, Chicane sixth, Fat First 7th, Grandu 8th, Jack First 9th, Hussein Kadwa 10th, taking the final point. Myself in 11th, Ryden in 12th, Riot Box in 13th. And what that does for the championship now, Onage is now winning, or he was winning. He's still winning, but Alex has closed down that gap a little bit. So Alex is only 3 points behind Onage. Then it's a further 16 points back to Fat First, another 4 points back to Barcelona, another 4 points back to Miko, and then there is a three-way tie between Amstel, Jack First, and Chicane, and then it's the two Swedes, Romian and Days, and then Granu, and then myself, and then Hussein, and then Zephyr, Ryden, and Riot Box, who have yet to score so far this season. But I imagine we'll be seeing points from everyone this season. I don't expect anyone will go the entire season without scoring points somewhere.
Yeah, I think so too. And in the constructors, that lifts us up to 5th place with 18 points. We are 14 points behind the Williams of Barcelona and Amstel.
Yep, yeah. Unfortunately, because of my poor performances, that's kind of holding us back. If I was able to sneak a couple of points, that would have put us that much closer. But we did pull out a little bit of a gap to Lotus and McLaren with your 3rd place finish, and Toro Rosso as well, who has yet to score. But Zephyr was not present for this this last race here in Monaco. So it was a double non-finish for Toro Rosso at Monaco, but of course they only had the one driver in the race.
Yeah, so I think that does it for this race. We'll be racing next time in Canada.
Yep, very much looking forward to that. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yep, see you then.